Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and germs. Today, I wanted to talk to you about something that is kind of specific to recent discourse, specifically about flashlights and flashlights in lockers. And I wanted to start off by saying, um, personally, I think this is a good change. This is a positive change. Number one, making flashlights slightly easier to save. Well, while that is technically a little bit survivor-sided, and I don't think it's the greatest thing in the world, I do believe that flashlights are quite counterable. And many of the times someone won't be directly looking for you or directly looking to flashlight you, so I think they're okay. The main reason I want to talk about this is the lockers. And beyond the lockers is why people keep playing Dead by Daylight. Why has Dead by Daylight lasted this long? And the reason is the us versus them mentality. So many people talk about the competitiveness and the us versus them mentality of Dead by Daylight like it's a bad thing. Yeah, well, maybe it doesn't create the best system for being nice to each other and being kind to each other, which is probably what we should be doing. What it does do is create a game that is addictive, fun, and highly entertaining, while also, admittedly, quite frustrating. Um, which makes me think that these changes that behavior makes, they're on purpose. They know what they're doing. Well, maybe they don't, but they understand that when they make changes, it makes people angry. And the reason why people want to do things, the reason why people want lockers, the reason why so many people are upset that lockers are no longer, funny, uncounterable thing, and it's like, oh, well, it's only every, once every, 100 or 1,000 games, whatever. It doesn't matter. People still want that opportunity to belittle, to bully, to shatter the other side. It's not about winning. It's never about winning. No one cares about winning. The idea that, oh, bully squads are just doing it because, for fun and they're not winning, so it doesn't matter. No one fucking cares about winning. Like, unironically, no one cares about winning. It's about belittling the other side. It's about making them lose. It's about humiliating them. It's about crushing their spirit. That's why the game is fun. That idea that, oh, the survivors are always so cocky and the killer is always so mean or something along those lines, whatever, the thing you've come up with in your head to justify why, you're mean to people. Me personally, and survivors are always cocky. I'm not immune to human emotions. I understand. I understand the visceral feeling of beating someone, of face camping someone. You want to know the reason why face camping is so fucking fun? Is the reaction from people. When people get angry, that stimulates a little piece of your brain. The little rat brain, the little monkey in there that's just spinning around thinking, oh, make angry. That is what we want. That is the idea behind so many of these changes. That is the idea behind flashlights. You think flashlights are in the game for the enjoyment of killer? No, it's used to bully. That's the only reason they are in the game. That's the only reason Head On is in the game. That's the only reason like shit like Smash Hit and Stacking Unbreakable and stuff. If there is something in the game that you can use to bully the other side, people would use it and abuse it constantly and consistently. It's not about, oh, we're losing anyways. It's about being mean. It's about pissing the other person off, and it's about having that reaction from that person. Is there any wonder why Dead by Daylight salt videos are so popular? Because it's fun. It's fun to watch another person get mad. Why? Well, it's probably the meanest thing you could possibly do to someone, but it's fun. It's entertainment. It's something that our brains want to constantly search for, which is why changes like these are made. Which is why, no matter how much you say, no matter how much you complain, no matter how much you say, oh, well, it's just, for other people, whatever, obviously, maybe just be frank with the Dead by Daylight devs. I like using it to bully people. I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm not afraid to admit that I like slugging everyone. It's fun. It's funny. It's fun to slug everyone. It allows you a feeling of even higher up, like winning. Like, not only have you won, you've like super won because they didn't have chances to hook people. Like, you beat them so badly they could not even pick each other up off the ground. And it's a visceral feeling. Is it mean? Yes, it's mean. Of course it's mean. It's always mean. That's the point. That's the point of Dead by Daylight, is to be mean to other people. And if you don't think that that's the point of Dead by Daylight, you're just wrong. The entire game is based around being upset with other people and getting angry. And that's why it's so popular. That's why it works. That's why behavior makes the changes they do. That is why some perks are designed to make people upset. There is no conceivable reason Head On should exist other than to be funny and to make the killer upset. There is no other reason. It doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing for Flashbang. It's the same thing for Flashlights. It's the exact same fucking thing for Devour Hope, for Rancor, for... Why do you think Rancor singles one person out? Because it's funny, and it's mean, and that person gets upset. That's why. That's why these things are in the game. And this contributes to the longevity? Yes, longevity of Dead by Daylight. And that's why this game has survived for so long and why we keep playing. It's that primal need to crush the other side. The us versus them mentality isn't something we made up. It was created on purpose. And whether they, know what they're doing specifically at this point is anyone's guess. They're just people. But I do believe that there is someone in that company who understands that pitting survivors and killers against each other, like, on a further level than the actual game, is what's making them so much money, is why people keep playing the game. Because, you lose to someone, right? You lose to that god tier survivor squad, and the next survivor squad you go against has to face the full fury of, Ebony Memento Mori Bubba just sitting at the hook or something stupid like that. And you're not trying to win. Like, when you play face camping Bubba, none of those people care about winning. It's not about winning the game. When people say, this is my big thing. When people say, oh, well, they're not winning the game, so it doesn't matter. It's not about winning. It doesn't matter if you win. When I face camp someone with Bubba, my goal isn't to win the game. It's to agitate the other person. When you play in a bully squad, your goal isn't to win. It's to piss off the other person. And it doesn't matter if they win or not at the end of the game. They're already angry. There's no point. It's not about that. It's about making the other person angry. I know this is kind of a long-winded rant. I suggest you watch this video at 2x speed. But actually, now that you're at the end, I don't know. I guess unless you skip to the end. But thank you for listening to my insane rant. What do you guys think? What's your idea? Do you think I'm right, or do you think I'm going on an unhinged 3-day bender about fucking Dead by Daylight that I have no right to be making, and honestly should be working on other stuff right now? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'm always open to you guys' suggestions, my beautiful gamers. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And remember, Dead by Daylight, it's about being mean to people, but that doesn't mean you have to be mean to people, okay? Listen, you be the fucking change you want to see in the world. And if the change you see you want to be is to make people angry, so be it. All right, have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Dig a hole to heaven, straight up to heaven.